ISG, or Infinite Sword Glitch, is a trick that's commonly used in Ocarina of Time speedrunning, as well as in randomizer runs. For our purposes here, I'm in the middle of a randomizer. As you can see, Link is pink. ISG has a variety of uses. Most commonly, it's used to bomb hover, which we're not going to cover today. We're going to keep it simple. We're just learning ISG. To get ISG, you're going to need 3 things. You need a weapon that you can swing with. In our case here, as an adult, we can do this with the Megaton Hammer. We can do this with the Master Sword, or we can do this with the Big Goron Sword. If we were a child, we could also use Kokiri's Sword, which we wouldn't be able to use these, or we can use a stick. We need something that can swing, something you can attack with. Okay? We need a shield that we can equip, and you need to be able to equip it. And if you're a child, I don't think this works with Hylian Shield. I could be wrong. I could be a complete dumbass. But I don't think it works with the Hylian Shield. I think it only works with the Deku Shield. If you're a child. But as an adult, either of these shields will do. We need these. And we need something to interact with, which means something that we can press A on. So like a bomb. We can press A to pick it up. Or an NPC that we can talk to. Did I mention that we're doing this in a randomizer? Now, if you're watching this video, there's a pretty good chance that you're trying to learn how to do ISG. So if that's the case, I urge you to, if you feel that I'm speaking too fast, or if you're not able to follow along, pause the video as you need to, rewind if you need to, follow along and do what I do. Okay? So, I'm going to use this signpost right here. I like to use this signpost because I use it for a specific trick that we'll show later in the video that you can do with ISG. But we're going to use this signpost for my purposes. You can use whatever you want as long as you can interact with it. I like NPCs or signs like this that can't be broken. That way if you fuck it up, it's no big deal. So, we have everything ready. We have a shield. We have a sword. And we have something we can interact with. You need an equipable and blockable shield. You need to be able to block and do a crouch stab, which means you're holding R if you're using a Nintendo 64 controller, R, and pressing B. You're doing a crouch stab. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go to the thing, right? To the thing you're trying to interact with. You're going to do the crouch stab. And as your sword is coming back, or whatever you're swinging, as it's coming back to you, so like the very first, so like see how it extends out, it sticks out, and then comes back in. The moment that it reaches its apex, so to speak, when it's fully extended, that is when you're going to press the interact button. Continue to hold R. So we're going to fully extend like this, fully shoot it out, and then press A on the way back. And that was a successful ISG. The first time that we failed there, I think we were a frame late. I believe this is frame perfect. I could be wrong. But I can tell we have ISG because the tip of the sword here, is this capturing the mouse pointer? It is. The tip of the sword here is glowing, so we know it's working. You'll also know it's working if your camera is really fucked up like this. You can see that the camera is absolutely not behaving the way that it should at all. And we have a giant lightsaber trail behind our sword. So we have ISG, so we should be able to we can put our sword away, and we'll still have ISG. We can walk into this bush, it'll explode. Because we have ISG. The game thinks that the sword is swinging like 20 times a second or some shit. One nice quirk is ISG will never let you fall off of a ledge. As you can see, I'm walking directly towards this ledge. We should be able to fall off. We cannot. ISG is preventing us from falling. Now, how do we get out of ISG? Let's say that you're in ISG. Please free me from this hell. Because the camera sucks, and I need to fall off of something, and I can't. Well, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can swing. If you swing, we've lost ISG. I'm thinking if you interact with things, it doesn't cancel ISG. We'll check. Yeah, we keep ISG. If you watch a loading screen, it will also get rid of it. So let's walk in here to the graveyard. So ISG's gone because we watched a loading screen. So that's how you get ISG. Practice that. If you're trying to do this for bomb hovers are pretty hard. Make sure you're really, really good at ISG. So practice it, and practice it some more until you get it 90% of the time. If you're going to bomb hover. So we can use ISG even if you're not speedrunning. You can use this for randomizers for useful things. Like let's say that you're playing the Ocarina of Time randomizer that has grass patches enabled, so they spawn random checks. Or another good one that's a nice time saver is, let's say that we're in the pot room in Hyrule Castle where there's like 1,000 pots. Well, technically, we could pick, and you have pots enabled, so they're randomized. You could pick up 1,000 pots and throw them, and it would take all fucking day. Or, you could just get ISG. All you need is one stick and a Deku Shield, that's it. And you can get ISG and just clear every pot in 2 seconds. Without a sword. And without picking them up and throwing them. Remember how I said I liked this sign here, specifically? I think I also mentioned that we were going to do a trick here. This is... I'm not sure if speedruns use this trick or not, but I know I use it for sure in randomizers. So we have a sword. We don't need a sword though. We can do this with a stick. All you need here is one stick and a Deku Shield. We're going to come here to this, or if you prefer, because that is a little scary. Doing it here is a little scary, because you aim too far left, your stick's broken. You aim too far right, your stick's broken. We can do this on Anju. So we'll do it on Anju. We're going to get ISG. So in this case, we're not going to press B to swing. We're going to press C down, since that's what our stick is on. So we're attacking with the stick with a power crouch stab. Well, not a power crouch stab. That's a different video. A crouch stab. If I can get it. There we go. Okay, and now what we're going to do is this conveniently placed cock right here. We're going to pick him up. Okay. Now, we're going to go straight over here to the well. As you can see, well, you might not be able to see, but there's water in the well. And now, with our back against this wall, we're holding directly down with the chicken in hand. He's getting the fuck beat out of him right now from ISG. We're going to press R to shield, which will shield drop the chicken. And then we're going to mash A to backflip. So we're going to press R, and the moment we press R, we're going to mash A to backflip. And now we've backflipped into the well. As this cutscene is playing, we have sank to the bottom of the well. All we have to do now is just walk in. And we're into the bottom of the well. With nothing but a stick and a shield. ISG has practical applications outside of bomb hovering. You just got to be creative. You can look at the Zelda speedrun wiki and find things that way. ISG, probably worth learning. Because it's a pretty easy trick. It's a pretty useful trick.